Welcome to the fourth video in my Perfume Museum series, and today I'll be featuring the house of Christian Dior. As you can see, this is a very small collection because I'm not a big fan of this house, especially now that the standards of their fragrances have gone down so abysmally. Let me start with the earliest fragrance. This is a rather new house compared to the others that are featured. So their classic mainstay fragrance, Miss Dior, came out in 1947, and it was intended to epitomize the new look in fashion. I consider Dior more as a fashion house than a perfume house. So this is a 2-ounce Baccarat amphora of their Miss Dior Parfum. It's probably very old because the perfume has darkened considerably. And I also have the Eau de Toilette version, which is of course fresher and lighter, from the early 2000s. This is a tester, I believe, in the 3.4 ounce size and the characteristic hound's tooth bottle. Next, they came out with a called Diorama. I only have this half-ounce Eau de Toilette. This is a very sought-after fragrance, and it has a fruity notes that is reinforced with oak moss, I believe, and it has this berry vibe throughout the duration of this fragrance. The next fragrance they launched, I believe, was Dior. That probably came out in 1962 or 1959. This is very rare. This is the Eau de Toilette, the vintage Eau de Toilette in the 2-ounce bottle that is characteristic of their Eau de Toilettes, with the houndstooth pattern, and it came with a box which also has a houndstooth pattern, as you can see. I also have a flacon that is typically Dior, but it is sadly empty, and this used to contain the extrait of Dior, which is their only leather fragrance, and they have not reissued this fragrance, so it will continue to be rare and sought after. The next fragrance that they introduced, I believe, was Diorescence in 1969, and this is a very strange fragrance with a very green and mossy note paired with something that might be described as garbage. So very strange but very interesting fragrance to sniff. I'm not sure which year this fragrance came out in, but it's called Eau Fraiche. I believe it was in the 50s or 60s, and it has this bamboo pattern on the paper. This is the 8-ounce size flacon, and this is the cologne. So Dior also issued their colognes in these bottles. The next one was Diorella. This is vintage again. You can see how battered the box is. And this is another overripe fruit cum garbage kind of smell that some people can't get used to, but it's very interesting to sniff, and I bought this from Turkey for only $13. As you can see, I don't have many of their parfums except for Miss Dior. And on to the 80s, their most famous powerhouse fragrance, Poison. This is the Esprit de Parfum in the 30 ml size. This was the perfume that got me started on my fragrance journey. Very, very strong, with tuberose and heavy florals that include the damascones that made many fragrances very cloying. An offshoot of this poison, because it was so successful, was Tundra Poison in the green bottle, but I don't have that. And the second offshoot I do have, and this is the vintage Hypnotic Poison in the 30ml size. And this is the way the vintage box looks. Hypnotic Poison is a strange almond and I believe sambac jasmine fragrance, and also it has a bit of vanilla in the notes. Okay, that does it for my Dior video. Very small, but I do treasure most of them, especially the Dior link. And thank you for watching.